Welcome everybody to one of the most popular shows on WWE television ever. This is Ms. TV. Now wait, when my hand goes up, your mouths go just kidding. Sorry about that. I just saw the sunglasses sitting there on my desk and thought, you know what? Let me try something here really quick. But yeah, welcome everybody. As usual, my name is Mike Ruggiero, also known as the Club of the Man 1993, and welcome to a very special video that I made. Well, I say it's very special, but it's just like, it's something different I want to do for a change. Well, so you know, here and there, you know, I do my little talk shows, and recently I actually came across an article that was shared through another website on their Facebook page that was talking about the top 15 WWE superstars currently who would suck as WWE champion. And I look through them, and you know, I just read through these things sometimes just to see what people are saying, what are the top 10s, top 15s, this and that. And you know, there's some actually I agreed with and some I disagree with within this article. So I felt that, you know, I'll make a video. Well, it's going to be talked about the top 15 people that I can either see or I can't see being a WWE champion. Well, WWE World Heavyweight Champion specifically. So I have all 15 of the names that were shared in the article. The article is being shared below in the description for this video. So if you want to check it out, you can and read what this person who wrote said it. But this video is just a response to this article, pretty much, and just my thoughts. So we'll go backwards from 15 to 1. So number 15, this article said that Sting probably wouldn't be a good WWE champion. Again, my video is focused on, you know, if I can see this person being a champion or not. I'm going to have to agree with this one. You know, Sting was a great champion. I mean, I didn't watch much at all back in the day when Sting wrestled for WCW. I think, you know, Sting was definitely great back then, but now it's like he's like this legend who comes back and everybody's just excited to see Sting. And, you know, everyone wants to see his first match. He's a Hall of Famer trying, you know, just put on a couple good matches before his career ends, which, unfortunately, his last match might have already happened since he suffered that back injury to Seth Rollins. Well, against Seth Rollins back in Night of Champions. But either way, I wasn't too sure if Sting winning the title was the best idea. I mean, you know, it could have worked because, you know, it was Sting, you know, battling against like Triple H back at WrestleMania and against the Authority. He's trying to, you know, it could have been Sting trying to be the one being the end to the trying to end the Authority. But again, I don't think the title, same thing issue with, you know, Roman Reigns and the Triple H match at WrestleMania as of now. We'll see if that might change depending on what's been happening lately with Dean Ambrose, but that'll be discussed another time on a different video. But I just don't think that Sting winning the title right now would mean much at all to the WWE at all. I mean, it would be nice, but I don't think it's the best idea you should go with. So, for the first one, Sting, I agree with. The next one is Kofi Kingston. Now, Kofi Kingston's turned out to be an excellent heel. When he first turned heel back last summer, right after WrestleMania with the New Day, it was a challenge because Kofi Kingston has never been a heel his whole career. And I actually do agree with this. I mean, I don't think Kofi Kingston will ever be a WWE World Heavyweight Champion. He's great, don't get me wrong. I mean, I view him more of like a martial artist rather than like a wrestler. He doesn't quite have that wrestling feel to him. He's more like an energetic guy. But yeah, I definitely see him. You know, he could still be, if the New Day stay together for a while, which I hope they do for years, because I think they could eventually be a Hall of Fame tag team. I could see him maybe, you know, going for the IC title and US title here and there still. I could see definitely being a tag team champion, but I never really saw Kofi Kingston as a WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I mean, you make the same case about Daniel Bryan. But, I mean, I think you gotta just look at the character and the story for Kofi Kingston. Like, is there really anything in Kofi Kingston that has really built him up to be, like, a main eventer, if you know what I mean? Well, like being, like, the world champion. I just don't quite think it's there for Kofi. But I mean, keep him down, like, being like this highly high rated mid card person or in the tag team, and I think you still have like a successful competitor in Kofi Kingston. So I'm going to have to agree that I can't see Kofi Kingston ever being a WWE World Heavyweight Champion. The next one is AJ Styles. Actually, was involved in this list of people who this person thought would suck as WWE champion. I actually disagree with this. I mean, I understand AJ Styles came over to the WWE at the end of his TNA run. He's already a really well-known wrestler. Well, for those of you who probably watch TNA or any other wrestling organization he's been a part of. But I mean, he's like 38, 39, I think he is. And, I can see him getting the belt on him once or twice here and there. I think I see it there. Like, he has great talent. He's very well known. His mic skills, yeah, they could probably be a little bit better. But I have to say, I think AJ Styles has at least one or two championship runs in the WWE. So this is the first one I'm going to disagree with. Number 12 actually was a really tough one for me to decide. The Dudley Boys. I really wasn't quite sure where to go with this one. I actually put down disagree though, because I don't know, they're turning the Dudley Boys heel. I thought first when the Dudley Boys came back after SummerSlam, I thought this would be just temporarily, just for something. Just to have just a legendary tag team in there, just to boost up the show a little bit, kind of like I did with the New Age Outlaws. But I actually somehow with the Dudley Boys turning heel, I somehow see them eventually, having these two going after a championship. I mean, I doubt it's going to happen, but it's something that I can see, something that I believe can happen. Make Bubba Ray, Bully Ray again, like he was back in his ECW days, I believe it was. And I can see splitting up and maybe Bubba Ray going after the championship. I think it's in them. I mean it might not be. It wouldn't surprise me if they never went this route, but it's something that I can actually see. Bubba Ray trying to be like the top heel of the company. I mean, well, who knows? So far, 2 agree, 2 disagree. Moving on to the next one, which is Stardust. Okay, I'm being a little too goofy today. I disagree with this. I think that, Stardust, or also known as Cody Rhodes, I think he's always had a shot at being a champion. They've just not given him that chance. And at this point, you can say, yeah, they're probably not going to give it to him, which, yeah, but I still think, he's talented. He's still young. He's not that old yet. I don't know how old he is, but I don't think he's that old yet. But I still think he could be a great champion. He could be a good champion if they would just give him the chance. They probably had the chance also back when he was part of Legacy with Randy Orton and Ted DiBiase Jr., but they didn't do anything with that. I mean, they gave him a couple Intercontinental title runs, and a tag team championship here and there. But I still think he could be a WWE World Heavyweight Champion if they would write him right, book him right, and starting with taking the Stardust gimmick off of him and putting him back to Cody Rhodes, because I mean, yeah, I just don't know why they dropped the whole him being Cody Rhodes, made him into Stardust. I feel like it was just him copying Goldust or something like that. Now that I think of it, I mean, it was cool at first, so I won't lie. I thought it was cool at first, but now it's starting to really get old. I feel like it's just an impersonation of Stardust. So I would strongly consider just turning it back into Cody Rhodes. Please, just do it. Yeah. So I disagree with that. With that one, I think Cody Rhodes could make a champion. The next one, who I definitely disagree with right away. As soon as this person's name came up, I disagreed right away. Rusev. Seriously, how could you think Rusev would not be a good champion? It's because of the way WWE has booked him ever since last summer, after he lost his first match to John Cena. Da, 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 da. And then he lost. Well, actually, he lost at WrestleMania. Then he lost at Extreme Rules, and they had that pointless "I Quit" match. And then they broke him and Lana up briefly, and he broke his ankle. And they put him with Summer Rae, and then the thing about Rusev and Lana getting engaged got leaked over the internet, and they pretty much just made him into a broken man after that. When was the last time we have seen Rusev actually use the accolade? I can't remember the last time Rusev actually won a match. This is a guy who, for a whole year, was like the most dominant force, one of the more dominant individuals who were making his prey to be a rising star. So why just automatically just give up on him like that? Just because of a big leaking of on the internet of him and Lana? That just didn't quite make sense at all whatsoever. I mean, put him back in that role he was at before, get rid of the League of Nations, and then go ahead with it. He could have been easily one of the more dangerous guys. You could have eventually made him into someone like that an underdog could go up against him, and he'd be looking like a tough main eventer. But they didn't do that. So yeah, unfortunately. But I disagree, because I think Rusev could definitely be a champion. Number 9. R-Truth. I agree. I can't stand R-Truth anymore. I mean, you look at his history. What's he really been in the WWE? He's been around for how long now? I mean, he was in the WWE back in the late 90s. And then I guess I can't remember when he came back, but I forgot when, but he's been a nobody. I'm sorry, the guy's been a nobody. The whole rapping, dancing gimmick, it didn't work. We turned him heel once, paired him up with The Miz. I mean, for a few months, he actually was like a decent character at least, but it got him nowhere. He's never gotten any titles. He's not get any titles at all. I mean, well, besides the tag team titles, he was a tag team with Kofi Kingston when he won the tag team titles, which, okay, that was okay. But still. And now they're making him into some, like, memory loss looking idiot that I cannot stand him every time he comes out. And you realize, too, the guy's 43 years old also. And with how much of a joke his whole career has been, for how long he's lasted, it's like he shouldn't have lasted this long. So definitely, R-Truth is never going to be a WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And he should just retire. So I agree with that. Number 8, Kalisto. I actually disagree with this. Kalisto is getting a lot of fan reactions, a big pop. And, I even say this too, a lot of people say he could be the next, like, Rey Mysterio type character. Not exactly Rey Mysterio, but, kind of like the same journey that Rey Mysterio went through. Small, luchador, but unbelievable. Just like a small little giant, if you want to say. He already has. It's been a good United States champion so far, and his feud with Del Rio's not been too bad. I'll admit that, but we just don't know where to go with him next. But I think someday, Rey Mysterio got to it. I think Kalisto can be like a big underdog, or another Daniel Bryan. Well, not quite Daniel Bryan, but someone small who no one thought could get to the top. I think Kalisto has that potential to get to the top. He just needs to, get more experience, keep, dominating. He needs, mid-card titles. Maybe be a tag team champion with, Sin Cara, but I definitely think since they've given Kalisto a little bit of a singles push, I think it can continue. He can eventually be a WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Next one is Braun Strowman. As much as I hate to disagree on this one, I actually agree with this one. Mainly because, they brought Braun Strowman onto the show, but he's really not done much at all. He's not really been in that many matches, some here and there. But he's just a guy who just stands there like a brick wall. If someone just runs into him, he just pushes him down. Like, he's not really... He doesn't have any independence, I think. And that's the thing with the Argos. He doesn't really have much independence at all. And he's not really that mobile in the ring. Like, he's not really, dangerous in the ring. He just, just... kind of like another Great Khali or another or even another Big Show. To be honestly, I just don't see Braun Strowman really getting that big push. I feel like it's him just being some giant who bullies everyone, but I don't think he's going to be, running after championships or anything like that anytime soon. So yeah, I'm going to say that about Braun Strowman. So I agree that Braun Strowman wouldn't make a good champion. Number 6 is Goldust. I think I kind of am in the same boat as Sting, so I agree. Goldust, I don't think he's ever really been a WWE champion. I'm not sure on that, but I'm sure he's been a couple mid-card champions. I know he was a tag team champion twice from when I started watching. But I think at this point in his career, I don't see him getting pushed to being a WWE World Heavyweight Champion. I think he's just he's kind of around like the same reason as like Sting or like some of these other older legends. That he's still enjoyable to watch and he still has something left in the tank for being in the ring. But like as far as like a big huge feud or a big like legendary feud involving Goldust, I mean maybe only feud I can really see him getting into is if they would finally just like resume that feud between him and Stardust. I kept thinking last year or when he came back at Survivor Series, they should have had like a match saying if Goldust wins, Stardust turns back into Cody Rhodes, because it was mentioned a lot in the feud how that Stardust is eating up Cody Rhodes and taking over who he really is, and I thought that was a great story, but nope, they completely terminated it. So yeah. So far, let me see here: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've been to 10 so far. 5 I agree with, 5 I disagree with. So, pretty good argument. So we have 5 more left. Number 5 is the Usos. I'm going to have to agree with this one. I mean, the Usos are great wrestlers. They work great together in the ring. It's a team that I don't think should be split up anytime soon. Someone who I think the Usos are, I don't even see them going after any mid-card titles anymore. They seem just like a tag team that's just never going to break. And, I'd say, just give them something different. I think they should turn heel as well sometime down the road. Probably within this year. Just turn them heel and make them a dangerous tag team. They seem like they could be just someone's alliance or something like that, or someone's henchman. Like, I really can't see these guys on their own, or even if they're together getting some type of title push besides the tag team title. So I unfortunately have to agree with this one that the Usos, I don't think are ever going to be a WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Neither one of them. Number 4. Luke Harper. It's funny to say is most of the Wyatt members, as we know, just are not getting any big push. Not even Bray Wyatt. But Luke Harper's been one that even when he was a singles competitor, like he had something there. Like they were making him look like a dangerous competitor, someone who I actually would enjoy. And they gave the Intercontinental title. I think if one day down the road when they finally make the Wyatts more successful and they do like the Shield, split them up and have them all move on and go after the titles themselves because they seem like guys that can handle themselves on their own. I think out of all the members in the Wyatt family, excluding Bray Wyatt, I think Luke Harper is one of them that can definitely survive on his own too if they ever split them up one day. I think he's got great in-ring talent. His character is very unique. They have some uniqueness to his character. And, that's not what they have to Braun Strowman right now, or we'll get to the other one shortly. But yeah, so I disagree. I think Luke Harper would work as a good champion eventually, someday, years down the road. So that's Luke Harper. I disagree with that. So we're still tied up at 6. Number 3 is Ryback. Recently, a week ago, Ryback walked out, a week and a half ago actually, Ryback walked out on his team of Kane and Big Show, and he says nothing personal against them, it's just I'm tired of being part of tag teams, I need to start focusing on myself. I don't know, again, I read this one list, usually that lists when any face or heel turns happen, and it did list there that Ryback had turned heel that day, but I don't quite see him as a heel yet. I see him more as just someone, like he said, he just wants to work on his own. It's nothing against anybody else. It's just he just wants to be a singles competitor and not be a part of tag teams anymore. So they had that big aggression in him. I mean, even if they turn him as a heel and give him this aggression, you know, I wouldn't mind it. I mean, I think it would work. I mean, but the thing is also, if they turn him heel again, don't drop the feed me more gimmick. Keep the feed me more gimmick. Because that gives him more merit to his character. Without that feed me more gimmick, he's just so bland. And I definitely think, you know, face or heel, feed me more would work. And I think something big is going to come for Ryback soon. You know, he's got the look to be dangerous. You know, I think, you know, he is on a mission right now. So I think Ryback, I can't see being a WWE World Heavyweight Champion. So I disagree with that. And we're back to 7 disagree, 6 agree. So number 2 is Eric Rowan. And getting back to the whole Wyatt family thing, Eric Rowan also, you know, even when he was a singles competitor, though, I didn't really see much in him, like being a singles competitor. I didn't see him being, you know, that dangerous star I could see going after the title. Like, he still seemed like someone who was just lost on his own or something like that. I mean, it could have been just a booking that the Wyatt family got when they split them up briefly, but in all honesty, you know, I don't think Eric Rowan, even with the Wyatts, he's treated as like the weak link of the group. I don't think Eric Rowan any day soon is going to be a WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Yeah, you can prove me wrong, but I'm going to have to agree on this one. Only member of the Wyatt family, besides Bray Wyatt, I can see eventually being a champion, is Luke Harper. And so we're tied up still, 7-7. Let's see how number 1 would break the tie here. Number 1's Tyler Breeze. Now, he was never a NXT champion, I believe, down on the main roster. I could have seen him being an NXT champion. You know, he had the talent to be a champion. He had the, I mean, you know, his gimmick, I think, you know, has him having a shot, you know, being really full of himself, you know, trying to get everything his way, and being a champion. I could have seen it. I saw it, and, you know, they called up to the main roster, and they've done nothing with him. Vince automatically hates him. But I think he has the talent to be a WWE World Heavyweight Champion. So I'm going to have to disagree this one. So I had 8 disagrees, 7 agrees. But so Tyler Breeze, yeah, I mean, give him a chance. You barely gave him a chance at all. And just, you know, they brought him up. They put him with Summer Rae, who no one's worked out with Summer Rae. And then automatically they split them up like not even a few weeks later. And they've done nothing with him since. So unfortunately, yeah, he's not getting the push, but I still think if they can try, they can make Tyler Breeze a WWE World Heavyweight Champion. So that's everybody. That was the 15 people that were shared in this article. This is just a video response, of course. You know, if the writer of this article sees me and all of this video, don't take any offense to it. It was just my opinion. It's something I found interesting when I read this. So yeah, that's it for this video. As usual, please subscribe to this channel for more videos to come. Like this video, leave your comments if you agree with any or disagree with anybody who I mentioned here. Subscribe to my professional channel as well, and my friend Dan's channel as well, which is in the description below. I'm hoping, I'm still trying to push for some time to do a video about like a little MLB preseason video, because I want to do some videos on MLB as well. And, you know, of course, tune into early next week for my next Road to WrestleMania video, which originally I was going to be talking about more focused on The Undertaker and Shane McMahon feud. But I think I'm also going to focus on something else also involved in that, but you'll see when that video comes. So that's it for this video. As I said, please subscribe, and have a good day, everybody. See ya.